Ladies and gentlemen, konnichiwa, and welcome to the Toku Thoughts Series. I'm, of course, Guy, the common gentleman. Hello. I thought I'd do it a little bit differently today. So, before we jump into today's episode of Gozyuger, I just kind of want to just speak to you face to face, as it were. Huge thank you this week for everyone who's watched episodes 1, 2, and 3 of this series. I know it's very weird for me to put out 5 videos this week, in a span of that time. Some of them have done really well, some of them have not. I don't really mind. It's kind of just weird for me to be like, oh, I'm putting out videos, you know? It's a really amazing feeling, and I'm definitely going to keep doing this because I love doing this. It was a lot of fun last week, and thinking about doing the Kamen Rider one as well. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, because that's a lot of episodes to go through, and I might just do a watch it and then thoughts, and then do the weekly reacts after that, possibly, so I can get 2 videos out a week, which would be really cool. So huge thank you everyone for watching the videos, for liking them, for putting a comment on there or whatever. It means the world, and definitely it's only ways up from now on, I think, for this. So this week's episode 4 of Gozyuger. I also have my overlay on this now, so I don't have to do too much in the way of editing in terms of placing it and moving it around and stuff like that, which is really cool. So this is the debuting episode of Gozyu Eagle, who apparently is an old man. Weird. Was not expecting it, and possibly the oldest Kamen Rider there for a second, oldest Sentai member. Though he might have competition with what's his name? Koyu Gold. I cannot remember how to pronounce his name. But him, yes, him. There. Okay, so we've got our headphone in. We're ready. I'm going to move the microphone a little bit, just so I can see a little bit better. And let us begin. I'm interested to see what happens. I did watch the trailer for it last time, but I'm very interested to see what really is going to happen here. I'm going to try and not watch the trailers from now on, but being on Twitter as much as I am, it's very difficult not to see it. So let's go. Okay, that is interesting. So this is actually the first time we've actually seen someone else get the ring prior to Tono-sama. And seriously, I cannot stop doing that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, with Gozyu Wolf, we actually went to where the Tega sword is. I almost got that wrong again. And we saw it there, but this is the first time we've seen it, someone else finding it, and I wonder why it's on this bonsai tree. Very interesting. I love the fact that we're getting a little bit of backstory for the Gozyu Eagle, so that's really cool. We get to see what his family life is like. So let's continue. Okay, that's just stupid. Literally his wish is to be party people, where young and party, woo. I mean, don't we all? We all want to be young and party and stuff like that. So yeah, I fully understand you, my good man. Also interesting that we see Wolf's Tega sword red in this, not Tega sword green or any others. We're just seeing Tega sword red, so that implies the importance of red's powers, basically. Not power up. What? Let's continue. That's just creepy. Oh, we're gonna have the image move its mouth. I detest that sort of effect. It always feels weird to me. It really does. And yes, I'm drinking out of a Kamen Rider cup. So yeah, that sort of effect always makes me uncomfortable ever so slightly. But yeah, so he's turned young because of the wish. Very cool. Going to be bringing in some very interesting situations, I think, especially with his family, I'll be very interested to see what the dynamic happens there. You know, if he meets his grandson or his son and stuff like that, that'd be quite fun. I think as his young self. He can become young again through eating eggs, or just food in general, maybe, or probably just eggs. God, I love this season already. It's batshit insane. Will say, like, very weird bit in terms of the coloring design. The blue and orange, very Ram from Gav, sort of same. Like, love that. Just it just reminded me straight away. It was just like, oh, that looks like Ram's color scheme, and I've not even watched his episodes yet. No, I haven't. I haven't watched that episode yet. Jesus, I'm so far behind on Gav. It's ridiculous. Anyway, okay, very unexpected there. So, Gozyu Unicorn is after her sister, looking for her sister. Interesting. And this dude with Real Soldier. Eh. Again, he looks very familiar. I don't know where he's from. I'll have to look that up in a bit. So, but yeah, interesting. I love the fact that Eagle actually saw his saw a family member. That is actually kind of cool. I was expecting it to happen, and I'm glad that it did early on because that creates a fun narrative, I suppose. So let's see how this fight goes out. Okay, so she can't change yet, huh? I was wondering how they were going to do that, like because she's already got the ring and she can do it, unless it was her sister that got the wish. Huh. Okay. And of course, we have our wonderful friend back again this week. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. So, we see the Time Ranger power, which is to do the Chrono Freeze, which is a fun way to do it because we don't really see it happen on like people that much. At least it's been a while since I watched Time Ranger, so yeah, possibly. But yeah, then again, legitimately just like volcano. Again, this is what I like implying last week on the last episode was Momotaro's power is just OP. Literally, that's all. That's what his title is. OP, because he'll do whatever he wants. So that is kind of crazy. Oh, he's actually not been like the Yusol Red is not being in any other Sentai from the looks of it. At least from what I can see on here, which is kind of crazy. And let me get the names. Kinjiro is Eagle, so I'll try and get his name right. Attempt to, anyway. She still has a thing for him. I love the fact that Bulkhead still has a thing for Blue. That is just adorable. And I was like, I know I said in the last episode, yeah, I was hoping it was a one and done thing, but if it's just a running thing throughout, like in the background of it, like so, like her personality and her motivations are still like her own and not driven by this, idol crush sort of thing. Yeah, I hope that continues. So, again, I absolutely love the No One World design. I really do. Like every time we see this place, I want to see more of it already. So, let's see what else happens. Not gonna lie, instantly giving me Jake vibes from this party guy. But there's so much of Jake. God, I miss Forza. I need to watch that again. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like, again, this is that fun scenario where you end up like talking to someone that you like, family members and stuff like that, while they don't know that it's you. Again, we normally see it in like ranger form. I know I said ranger form. I'm sorry, but like whenever they're in suit, they have that interaction. Great example, Kira Major did that with Red and the girl from his school. They did that, and then that was a fantastic episode with the glue creature. That was so much fun. That was a ridiculously funny episode. But yeah, I like it when we have that dynamic, but like to have the dynamic where it's the character, he just looks younger, interacting with his own like grandson is kind of like, it's a nice twist on it. Really, I don't think we've ever had that many situations like that. I can't remember. So, anyway, did not expect that. And again, I love the fact that this series is doing this weird stuff. You know, it changes it so much. Like having him realize like his wish is not what he wanted and stuff like that, and but also having him change from old to young and stuff like that is really really cool. And Unicorn not being able to change yet. You would think by now, like in a normal series, they would have been able to change, and this situation wouldn't really be happening that much until much later. But now they're just going, oh, it's a thing now, which is really cool. Of course, he would be the one with the 50 on him. I love the design of the of our monster of the week, Party People #1. Loving the design of him. Like that's a really cool design. Hate the fact that we got the party air horn noise, but it kind of fits with the whole like party time thing that it's like the theme of this. Really love it. And I love the fact that we actually had a very like needed heart to heart with with Red, and it's not going to go back for me on this one because but having the heart to heart between Red and Tono-sama, there, I got out of the system there because it was building up inside me. Between him and Kijino, I did like that because it's very rare that we get very quick ones, resolutions and stuff like that. Kijino, sorry, not Kijino. So I like that, and him realized like we're getting to see like more of his character in a nice way. We're seeing like the background and stuff like that. I am looking forward to the point where we have the revelation that Kijiro is Joji to his family. Like, I'm waiting for that because with most Sentais, obviously we have that. Whenever we have that familiar like family aspect to it, to like a ranger, a Sentai member, and stuff like that, we normally have that situation where like eventually they're gonna learn. Time Ninja did it. Time Force did it. Like they did. That's probably the best example of that reveal, I think. And I'm looking forward to it because it adds an extra layer of dynamic, like an extra dynamic layer to it, where they now realize, oh, this young person that we're friends with is actually my granddad. That's kind of going to be an interesting situation. Anyway, oh, interesting thing. Like as I'm looking through the wiki and stuff, the voice actor for Party People #1, Saitama from One Punch Man. Huh, that's actually really cool. Didn't expect that. And he was the voice of the Dark Akanin Aka Ninja from the Ninja. So that's interesting. So there is some alumni in Sentai alumni in this episode. Cool. Love it. Absolutely love it. Admittedly, did get a bit emotional during this bit. You know, seeing Georgie and his wife having that moment at the end. That was like tugged on the heartstrings there for a bit. I love the fact that Kinjiro's actor does a very good old man voice. You know, it changes very well for it's like normal voice, engage, done. You know, I kind of wish there was a little bit of like difference to the henshin sequences, not the footage, more just the actions for it. Because even with Koyuja, there was a little bit of flair to each character that you can like. They do the same thing, but there's a flair to it. You know what I mean? There's like how best to describe it? Like Ian was very different from King. Uh, why am I forgetting their names today? Nosan was very like a lot more like physical in his dance and stuff like that. But like very small little details like that. I kind of wish I hope we get this with the when we actually get a full henshin. You know, seeing small changes to the character dynamic and the character actions and stuff like that would be really nice. But anyway, very cool, and I love the straighten the tie pose. Very nice. I love him. I fucking love him. I legitimately love Georgie. I really do. Oh god, just running into that and doing a very old style dance. I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, practical effects. Thank you. Sorry, I know I said it in the like first episode and stuff. I absolutely love practical effects. Really do. Like one of my favorite things about shows is whenever we get like practical flamethrowers, and in this case we got like a fire extinguisher sort of effect with the blizzard. Love it, absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Koyuja. One of the like very quickly to explain this, I have a massive dislike for when Sentai mecha battles turn to CGI. And this is one of the reasons why Don Brothers is low on my list, because I just could not get invested in some of the fights because it was just CGI. Like CGI took more time over the physical stuff. So that's why like King Oja was so fun for me, because we got the big combined mecha and it was like, oh, this is not CGI, this is real. Love it. So anyway, let's continue. Also, the reason why I say that is because it's to help me keep track of whereabouts I'm cutting. So let's go. Interesting. They can switch between them. Now that is actually an interesting question. Then, what is going to be the combined mech this year? You know, because last year we had obviously Bundario, whatever, however you pronounce his name. Like that had everyone in it, but this season, we doesn't look like we're gonna have like a combined mecha for a while, which is interesting because it's only one Tega sword, like mecha, by the looks of it. So it'll be interesting to see what the toy line more or less presents for us, and see where it goes in the show. So that'd be quite fun to find out, because I'm always excited for the first combined mecha in a show. Fast mecha fight, but enjoyable fast mecha fight. Also, interesting thing about this series that I've like started to realize, they're giving the grunts a lot of personality, and like you think, oh, these guys were just introduced in the No One World base, and now they show up for the fight, and that's it. normally, like, grunts don't even get to participate in the mecha fights all that much. So it is really, really nice to have, like, some personality to the elite guard, the elite grunts, as it were, and have them, like, actually play a role in the mecha fight, which is really, really cool. Because it looks like this series we're not going to get, like, a growing mechanic like we did last year. So it'll be quite interesting to see how this plays out. Absolutely love that. Really do. Like, it's nice to see Wolf not take the spotlight all the time. So yeah, that's really sweet. I like that a lot. Oh wow, that is beautiful. Like, such a lovely, like, there. That is such a nice picture. Really do like that. What the hell? Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. What the hell? Okay. Oh, so I don't think the fact that he said their names and stuff like that in that voice. I don't think, obviously he hasn't, like, straight up told them that it's him. He put the little postcard and stuff like that. But I like the idea, like, now the seeds are planted in there. So or not in this case where it's literally like, oh, it is his granddad. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, so Tono Sama. Sorry, I'm sorry. Can't help it. Every time it's like I just need to say his name and it's just like G comes out of me. It's like, it's a reverse version of Monster. Normal person then G blah. Interesting. So there's more, like, Duolingo. So there is some connection there. Like, interesting. Again, because it's shown that he was on No One World, so I don't know whereabouts we're going with this. Because the image of his family, if I can get it back just enough. No. Stop it. There we go. Like, that doesn't look like No One World. So, is he originally from Earth but was taken to the No One World? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. Why was I holding my breath there? I don't know. Wow. Okay. That was a lot of fun. This episode. Like, seeing sorry, we get names back up. Goji Kinjiro's debut. Fantastically done. Like, it's always a weird one when we get curveballs like that. Because obviously we had Kinjiro's actor show himself. Like, he was in the press conference. He was, he's in all the footage. So to have it revealed that he is, not that young, and only because of the power of the Tega sword and stuff like that, is he that young and stuff, is really, really fun. Glad that we had a lot of the focus on him. And will you be quiet, phone? Thank you. Every time I'm doing a video, it's like, no, I'm going to beep at you. It's like, no, quiet. I'm glad the focus was primarily on Kinjiro and Goji. I'm glad about that, because having two more or less storylines playing at the same time it dilutes a lot of the episode. So to see Sumino is after finding her younger sister. We don't need to focus on it. that much in this episode. I'm glad that we didn't. You know, we had that one scene with her trying to fight someone who is connected to her sister's disappearance, and the real soldier and Don Momotaro fight, which was quite nice to see. Then at the end, you know, we're seeing a connection between red, green, and black, where it's all family related. You know, Tono has his family's a mystery. You know, Kinjiro, we actually see him like work with his family and stuff like that through disguises and stuff like that. And Sumino, we get to see what's driving her forward, which is really, really cool. Next week, it looks like it's going to be Sumino's focus, just from that one clip there where we see him with, see her with a mascot who I keep forgetting the name of. I know it begins with a K, but that's it. Be very interesting to see how that plays out and see why she can't change yet. She'll probably end up being able to do that at the end of the episode, like towards the end of it. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see where that's gonna go. And probably the week after, we're gonna get like a full team doing a henshin. That would be fun. Anything else from this episode that I really, really enjoyed? A lot of it really boiled down just to the character work. They're doing such a good job with portraying the characters and having them be just real, you know? A lot of the times with Sentai and Kamen Rider, you get that like forced, you know, wooden sort of characteristics of characters. But here, like all the characters from the grunts to the generals in No One World to the team members to the side characters, there's a lot of like life to them. And apologies for that because for some reason my drive is being a pain in the butt for some bizarre reason. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun for that episode, and I'm really interested to see whereabouts we're going to go. Going to see the what happens with Bouquet and her love for our blue Rico. I'm interested to see how that plays out, and just all manner of crazy stuff that I hope we see in this from now on. When we get our Sixth Ranger, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to try my best to avoid people spoiling it for me, because Twitter is a place that people do that, which is why I haven't watched Gav in such a long time, because it's like, God damn it, people stop posting up on the same day. You know, small peeve of mine, but people do what they want to do, and I'm not going to bitch about it. Anyway, that's it for this episode. This is probably coming out the same day, because this is Monday that I've recorded it, so hopefully it'll be coming out more or less the same day. If it is, I might be streaming later on. I don't know yet. And sort of my goal right now is YouTube, then Twitch, you know. And we'll see. We'll see on that. But thank you so much for this episode, folks. Again, thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been showing. Over this past month, I've jumped in subscriber numbers, and not that much. Like, I've literally got up like 20 odd subscribers or so in the past month, which is insane to me, because I don't know why people like decide to subscribe to me, because I'm like inconsistent as all hell. Though trying to change that this year, from this month onward. But apparently people like this stuff, and I'm glad for that. So, you know, I'll try and catch up with Gav as soon as possible. You know, I have like probably a day or two I can get caught up with it, but it might not be done till next month, because I've got a few days I can actually sit down and watch all the episodes I've missed out on. We shall see. But that's it, folks. I'm going to go edit this video and put it up. So thank you so much for watching. we'll see what henshin we can do next week for the episode, because I've got a bunch behind me that I kind of like. I like doing random openings and stuff like that, so we shall see. So, until next time, folks, I've been, of course, Guy, the Common Gentleman, and thank you so much for this episode of Toku Thoughts. Till next time, take care.